Life before I met Jesus is probably a little bit different to everybody else's life before Jesus. My parents, we grew up as Catholics. We were brought up to be baptized in the church, first Holy Communion, confirmation. We only went to church for Easter, Christmas, weddings, that sort of thing. I knew that God existed, but I didn't have this relationship with Him. It was always just about, the sign of the cross, the Our Father, the Hail Marys, and, confessing your sins to a priest, which I always sort of questioned. So the way I was invited to church is that my mum had met with a group of women that knew Jesus, and they would always encourage her and pray for her and things like that. There was this moment where mum was stuck in a situation where she said that prayer to God and said, if you can get me out of this, God, I will go to church. I will go to church and I will meet you. And so God got her out of this situation, and she went to this church and she found God, and her friends were there supporting her. When she came home, I could see a change in her. I could see something had happened. And I asked her and she goes, it's God, it's God. I found my new life with God. And I was like, good for you, and she would always encourage us. She would always ask us, you should come to church. You come to church, but never force us. Always just like an option. Like, if you think about it, I'm going, you should come. And there was this one time where she invited me and she was telling me that there was going to be missions on that night. And she said, Steph, all these cultures are coming together. They're all bringing a dish of food. You should come. And I was like, oh, this invitation's a little bit different. I like this invitation. I think I might have made an appearance. So I said to one, count me in. I'll go, Mum. I'll go to this one. You can guarantee me some chicken wings. I'll be there. And so we ended up going to church that night. Through the service, it was a great message. I don't remember it, but it was great. And the pastor was actually doing like an altar call. They were at the front praying for people. And this lady said to me, do you want to come and get prayer? And at that stage in my life, I thought, what's a bit of prayer? Prayer not going to hurt me, let's go. So I went out the front and he said to me, oh, what's your name? What can I be praying for you for? And I said, oh, I don't know. You're the guy praying. You tell me. But he asked me, do you want to receive Jesus in your heart? I didn't know what that meant. And he goes, what it means is that he comes and lives in your heart and he changes your life and he starts transforming you. And so we did the salvation prayer with him then, and I received Jesus in my heart. And in that moment, I encountered God, full me and him only, nobody else around. It was an encounter that I can never forget. And through invitation, because of my mum, I would have never been able to experience that. And I did my salvation prayer and I encountered God, and it's just transformed my life completely. And my mum never pushed me. My mum never said, you need to come and meet God because, this is going to happen if you don't. It was like, Steph, I just don't want you to miss out what I've missed out for such a long time. And for me, I just think there's nothing better in life than this God that's just over you, protecting you, guiding you, instructing you, and leading you into the things that he's prepared for you and just for you.